Inspired by my recent trip to Argentina, I'm gonna show you how to make a beautiful ribeye steak with a tangy, sweet tomato pesto. You're gonna love it. I recently spent some time in Argentina. We went to Buenos Aires, Patagonia, a nice little small town called Esperanza where we stayed in an estancia and it was absolutely beautiful. One thing all these places had in common was people were obsessed with their meat. So I'm gonna make a nice kind of tangy, sweet tomato pesto to pair perfectly with the ribeye. So these are candied sun-dried tomatoes. They're nice and sweet, and then I rehydrated them with a little bit of warm water, some chili flakes, some pine nuts, a lot of garlic in there, some basil leaves, flat leaf parsley. Then we're gonna add some beautiful extra virgin olive oil, some balsamic vinegar, a little bit of red wine, some crushed canned tomatoes, a little bit of tomato paste with a nice generous pinch of salt. And it's not a pesto without a beautiful parmesan. Now all we are going to do is kind of blend everything. We want a nice combined paste, but we want some nice chunky bits in there as well. I've got a pan right now where I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil as well with it. Once our pan is nice and hot, I'm going to go ahead and add our steak. I once watched this video of Pesto and Blumenthal where basically he was saying it's okay to turn the steak every minute and a half because the air and the oxygen actually helps form a nice kind of crunchy crust on the steak, which is something I really like. Some other people will tell you to just leave it on one side and leave it on the other side. Honestly, it's up to you, but this is the way I do it. So we're gonna go ahead and start flipping it. A nice generous pinch of salt right on top. And now I'm gonna flip it every 90 seconds more or less. Once I've got it to a nice medium rare, I'm gonna go ahead and just place it on my plate. And I'm gonna let it rest for about 2 to 3 minutes just to give a chance to those juices to come right back up. So this is just gonna be amazing. You can kind of serve it right next to the steak and people can put as much or as little as they want onto their meat. 1 lemon as well, because in Argentina they love serving me with lemon, which I think is a fabulous idea. My meat is just about well rested, and that is how I've learned how to cook steak in Argentina. I'm ready for a big bite of meat, so I'm gonna put in my lemon juice right on top. A little bit of my tomato pesto. Then I'm gonna cut right into it. Perfect pink inside. So good, so good.